Natalie Wood, born Natalia Nikolaeva Zacharino on July 20th, 1938, in San Francisco, California, came into the world destined for the screen. The daughter of Russian immigrant parents, she grew up surrounded by stories of perseverance, ambition, and creativity. Her mother, Maria, was particularly determined to see Natalie succeed, guiding her first steps into Hollywood. By the age of 4, Natalie was already appearing in films, debuting in Happyland, 1943, and quickly displaying a natural talent that would define her career. As a child actress, Natalie captivated audiences with an emotional depth and charisma rarely seen at such a young age. Her breakout role came at age 8 in Miracle on 34th Street, 1947, where her portrayal of a skeptical little girl learning to believe in Santa Claus charmed viewers across the country. That film established her as a rising star and laid the foundation for a career that would span decades, a remarkable achievement for any child actor. Transition to adult roles. Unlike many child stars who struggled to maintain relevance, Natalie Wood successfully transitioned into adult roles during the 1950s. Her performance as Judy in Rebel Without a Cause, 1955, alongside James Dean, earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress and cemented her status as one of Hollywood's most promising young talents. Her ability to convey complex emotions with subtlety and sincerity resonated with audiences, making her more than just a pretty face on the screen. Throughout the 1960s, Natalie Wood continued to deliver unforgettable performances. Films such as Splendor in the Grass, 1961, earned her a second Oscar nomination, while her role as Maria in West Side Story, 1961, brought her global recognition. Even though her singing voice was dubbed in the musical, her expressive performance and vulnerability helped turn the film into a timeless classic. Her subsequent roles in Love with a Proper Stranger, 1963, Inside Daisy Clover, 1965, and This Property is Condemned, 1966, demonstrated her desire to explore characters with depth and complexity, reflecting both her personal and artistic growth. Life off-screen, behind the glamour, Natalie Wood's personal life often mirrored the emotional intensity of her performances. Her first marriage to actor Robert Wagner in December 1957 captured the imagination of the public, a fairy tale romance in the making. Wood, just 19 at the time, had already experienced Hollywood success, while Wagner, slightly older, was building his own career. Their union was widely celebrated, yet, as often happens in lives under constant scrutiny, public perception masked private complexities. After their initial separation and divorce in the early 1960s, Natalie navigated a series of relationships with notable actors, including Warren Beatty and Michael Caine, and other high-profile figures in the entertainment world. Her romantic experiences reflected a search for connection and stability in a life dominated by fame and public expectation. Later, she married British film producer Richard Gregson in 1969, with whom she had her first daughter, Natasha. Their marriage ended a few years later, but Natalie remained devoted to co-parenting, maintaining focus on her daughter's well-being amid personal upheaval. Reunion and family. In 1972, Natalie rekindled her relationship with Robert Wagner, marrying him in a private ceremony aboard a yacht off Malibu. This second union brought the birth of their daughter, Courtney, in 1974, and a renewed sense of family stability. Friends observed that Natalie seemed to find emotional grounding in this period, balancing her career with the demands of motherhood and a life increasingly lived away from public scrutiny. Despite the challenges, she remained committed to her children and worked to create a nurturing environment, even as her public persona continued to shine on screens worldwide. A career at its peak. Throughout the 1970s and into the early 1980s, Natalie Wood continued to thrive professionally. She maintained a careful balance between commercial success and artistic integrity, often selecting roles that allowed her to explore emotional depth while challenging Hollywood norms for women of her generation. Wood's talent, intelligence, and professionalism earned her the respect of colleagues, including directors, actors, and studio executives. Her ability to deliver performances that were emotionally authentic, even under intense scrutiny, became a hallmark of her enduring appeal. The fateful night, on the weekend of November 29th, 1981, Natalie Wood set out on a brief trip to Catalina Island with her husband, Robert Wagner, actor Christopher Walken, and the yacht's captain. The weekend, intended as a moment of relaxation, ended in tragedy when Natalie was reported missing and her body was later recovered from the water. The initial ruling was accidental drowning, a conclusion that left many with lingering questions, particularly given conflicting accounts of that evening. In the decades that followed, investigators revisited the circumstances surrounding her death, prompted by changes in witness statements and the emergence of new information. The yacht's captain, Dennis Davern, later indicated that events on board may have been more complicated than originally reported. Over time, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department reopened the case, leading to an amendment of Wood's death certificate to include drowning and other undetermined factors, reflecting the uncertainties and unanswered questions that had persisted for years. Understanding the human story. What emerged from years of investigation was not a simple narrative of accident or misfortune. It was a story of a life lived intensely, a life defined by talent, ambition, and the pressures of both personal and professional expectations. Natalie Wood's journey reflects the unique challenges faced by individuals who grow up in the public eye, navigating fame, personal relationships, and the desire for normalcy. While her death remains shrouded in questions, the enduring focus is often on celebrating her extraordinary contributions to film and culture. Legacy and reflection. Natalie Wood's legacy is one of resilience, creativity, and emotional depth. She remains remembered not only for her iconic performances, but also for the grace with which she handled the challenges of life off-screen. Her roles conveyed vulnerability, strength, and complexity, offering audiences a mirror to their own emotions and experiences. Beyond the screen, she inspired colleagues, fans, and future generations of actors with her dedication, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to her craft. Her children, Natasha and Courtney, carry forward her artistic and personal legacy, reflecting a life that was as much about love and connection as it was about fame and recognition. Natalie Wood's story reminds us that behind every public figure is a deeply human experience, full of joy, struggle, growth, and enduring influence. Conclusion. Natalie Wood's life, career, and untimely death illustrate the complex interplay of talent, fame, and humanity. She was a star whose brilliance captivated audiences across generations, but she was also a daughter, a mother, and a woman navigating the demands of a world that often imposed impossible standards. While her passing remains a tragic chapter, the story of her life is ultimately one of extraordinary achievement, heartfelt connection, and enduring legacy. In remembering Natalie Wood, it is important to honor both her cinematic accomplishments and the human being behind the films. Her story encourages empathy, reflection, and appreciation for the fragility and resilience inherent in all lives, reminding us that the brightest stars are often those who shine despite the storms around them,